what is that shirt?
Oh,
Hi guys, welcome to Rufio. It's Joe here. We've got Josh in for a cool deck profile. One that he's been using for a few matches we've seen now. I don't know how much he's adapted it or whatever in that time. I'm sure he can tell us. Let's interestingly first talk about what is that shirt?
well, got to self-promote the snake cause. Please no ban snake, because we don't want the big boy banned anymore.
It's probably going to one, let's be honest. Yeah.
Sadly so.
Fair enough. Cool. So, tell us, what did you play?
So I'm playing Danger Dark Worlds, and I've been playing it since roughly the first announcement for Dangerous got announced. And I picked up the Dark World stuff around the same time, so I put it together and I've been testing it since, but I've recently decided to bring it back because of Salmon Greats.
Yeah.
I have an extremely good matchup against them for some reason.
I've played this a few times now and it's come out alright,
Yeah. So yeah, it's amazingly good against most decks.
Yep.
But most of the time I want to go first.
Okay.
Well, first or mainly second, because I want to get my Sword out about 90% of the time.
So you've got two options really. You could go first and set up a bit of a board, or you can just go in and try and smash a OTK or whatever.
Yeah, basically that.
Fair enough. So it's nice and versatile.
Yeah, basically.
Cool, alright, well let's have a look at what you got then.
Alrighty, so we'll start with the dangerous stuff. So we got the 3 Bigfoot.
Yep.
Standards, and then we got 2 Thunderbirds.
How do you find Bigfoot at 3?
So Bigfoot at 3, I find out of like the level 8s is preferably one at 3 because again you want to have the OTK potential.
Yeah.
But whereas like if you're going second, which might sound weird, is you play this mainly at 3 maybe some. Depending on what you're playing, like the going first or going second variation.
Yeah.
This is the going second variation.
Okay.
So if you're playing the going first, you basically play 2/2 and either 2 or 3.
Okay.
Because you want to dump one of the cards that is later in the deck.
So it gives you the bigger body and it gives you a pop as well.
Yes, basically.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Cool.
So these are the 8s. These are the only 8s you really want to play in the dangers. And then for the 7s, standard.
It's got to be, hasn't it?
Standard Nessie.
Yep.
And then that's it, because we don't play Dogman, because
Dogman shit.
we don't talk about Dogman.
Dogman is dog shit.
Yes, indeed. And then we play Free Lampman, or the Free Mothman, and then and an interesting one is Free Chupacabra.
Yep.
So a lot of people will argue that you never want to play 3 of these, and I can completely understand of it, because it can clog, but I find that in most situations with the Gates of the Dark World, I find that I can just either banish it for the activation effect, or to discard it and then special summon like a Bigfoot, for example.
Okay.
So that's the main point.
And people sort of clocked onto that, especially with the FTK.
Yes.
The Chupacabra is actually quite good. Like a lot of people had sort of written it off as being a nothing card, but actually it's decent, isn't it? It's not bad.
Like it could be argued out of like the 2 level 4s currently. Like Mothman is still better, but in the grind game, this is better.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
it's the extra body on board.
It's the extra body, yeah. So there's that.
Cool.
And then we've got the standard free jack.
Yeah.
So obviously standard, and then 2 snake. I would play a 3rd, but I haven't managed to pick one up.
Ah, okay.
So, like, I would take it out for maybe one, like, card I'm using for a substitute.
Yep.
At the moment, but I'll show that later. So that's it for the danger lineup.
It'll be interesting to see how much longer we've got those at 3. I think I actually think I think Snake is less of a problem.
I don't think out of these, I think Snake will be the least likely to be hit.
I think Nessie and Jack are probably a bigger problem.
Yeah,
someone from Deck and Search are both pretty strong.
Yeah.
One that just summons itself. Like we've got tons of cards that just summon themselves from hand. Yeah. Obviously, you got the opportunity to draw one as well, so I understand that. But I think for the most part, I don't think it's that bad personally. But then again, I also played it in BA, so I'm slightly biased. Slightly biased.
So then for the Dark World variations, we got 3 Dark Lord Grapher.
Yep.
So this is standard. I can understand if you play 2 of it, but I've always found that 3 is more more than enough.
Yep.
Because it's such a good card. And then we play 3 Brow of the Hump.
Yep.
So we mainly play 3 of them because we like the draw power.
Yep.
So you just go summon snake, draw 1, affect the brow, draw 1.
So you want you just keep digging.
You just don't lose any. You just keep on going basically.
Yep.
And then one of the cards I'm tempted to put to 3 is 2 Snow.
Okay.
And I find it because I might need to get to the graph most of the time.
So what does Snow do then?
So if it's discarded via card effect of your own card effect, I basically can add any Dark World card from deck to hand.
Right.
So Snow is the searcher, but in some cases you want to have the Brow instead, which sounds weird.
Okay.
Because you want to just grind out to get to one of your broken combo cards.
Yeah, okay.
So it's
not necessarily you want to search something, you want to just draw into a different combo piece.
Basically.
Sure.
So then the last one for the lot is 1 Bilks. I'll be honest, I've been tempted to put this to 2, but I don't want to, because if I do, I'm probably going to clog with it.
So what does that one do then?
So Bills is basically your broken combo card with Grapher. So you go discard him off a danger card, summon him, and if you've got a Graph in grave, you just go return, summon, and then you just keep on using Graph and recurring the effect.
So it's a bit like a Dante Seer Loop, similar sort of
it's
thing.
Basically, that's how it came along, really.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it for the Dark World part, and then I've got 4 more monsters in the main. So we've got 2 Phantom Skyblaster.
Yep. Card's broke.
It's card's broken. Yeah, I can't say anymore. Basically, most of the time, because I don't use my normal summon in this deck, I just go normal summon Skyblaster. Any response, they'll most likely go Effect Veiler, and that's what I want.
Yeah.
Because I want you to
You've
Effect
baited
Veiler.
them now.
Yeah, I've baited one of their negates. Unless they got 2, which then we cry. So then we got 1 Dark Grapher, which is insane in this deck. Because you just go, okay, discard like a Bigfoot or one of the other high level 8 dangers and get the effect. And then the other effect that a lot of people tend to forget, which is the discard any dark type and then send a dark from deck to grave. So normally with this effect, you'd like discard another danger and then send a Grapher.
Yep.
So that's normally the
sets up that
small
that
combos.
Sure.
And then the card that I'm substituting for the third snake is 1 Blackwing Zephyros.
Well, that's another send target there as well.
Because basically you just go, okay, ditch this off snake and get a draw, and then you go effect, return snake, get snake effect again. Just keep on recurring snake, because please no ban snake. So then that's it for the monster lineup.
Sure.
So then for only things we play now is spells. So we play 2 Allure and 2 Trading. So these are the only draw powers we play. I did used to have Trading at 3, but I found that it was too cloggy. But that was before we had Ogo Pogo. So it was like, maybe put it back to 3, maybe. And then...
How'd you find 2 Allure? Do you think that's enough?
I found 2 Allures more than enough, because most of the time I don't want to banish my stuff.
Yeah.
I only want to banish it off gates, kind of.
So that's more like when you're in a sticky situation, like you just need to keep going,
Yeah, so if I've got one of those awkward hands where I need to just banish stuff, I'm like, okay, I can afford doing it more.
Yeah.
So, and then my favourite card of the deck, 2 Danger Response Team.
Okay, so you're one of the guys that actually uses the actual danger stuff outside of the monsters.
Yes.
So, tell me, what does this do?
So, Response Team is probably the nuttiest spell and trap and danger card. So he targets 2 monsters on the field. One of them has to be a danger and returns them to hand. It doesn't have to be opponent and yours. It just be monsters.
So you could return 2 and just activate the effects again?
Basically.
Right.
And then you can use the same effect again, which is if it's in the graveyard, you discard a danger monster as cost and put this at the bottom of the deck and draw 1. So the small combo is put this activate effect, discard Nessie, get draw, and then get Nessie effect, so you've plus 1 basically.
Oh, okay, cool.
So this card's pretty dumb. And then that's it for 2s, and then we've got 1-ofs, we've got Gates, Monster Reborn, and then my win condition.
Yeah, they thought bringing us, I mean, that's one way to shove the product, right?
I cannot argue enough that this card is okay at 1, because like in the current state of the game, like with Orcust and Salmon Grey, It's okay at 1, but if you see most decks, they don't use it because they want to use Sekkers. So I can understand this, but with this deck, we don't want to play Sekkers because we don't have enough, how do I put it, like recursion to bring back stuff. So we just use this to basically get all the danger effects and basically win the game.
I mean, it's nuts in this deck, but to be honest with you, like outside of this, really, not that many decks are really running it.
No,
it's not broken like it used to be.
No, that's the problem now. And then people have said I should maybe put this to 2, put gates to 2, so like builds, but I found that when I activate it, by the time I've activated it, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And then Reborn, nothing more.
Yeah, it's Reborn.
So that's it for the main deck.
Cool. And you've got a side and extra for us, right?
Yes, we'll go extra first.
Yep, good shout.
So we'll go... Got 2s, so we got Underclock because we like making stuff smaller than Bigfoot.
Yep.
Ridlunkus because we like making stuff into Summon Sorceress.
Yep.
2 Wee Witch, I find this perfect at 2 in this deck because, again, everything's dark and we like to have a 35 big boy.
Does Wee Witch have the add back when it dies?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
So when it dies, it will add any dark type. So most of the time, if I'm in a pinch, I'll add like one of these small Dark World monsters. So like Brow, and then I go normal summon Brow, return, summon Grapha.
Yeah.
So it's a simple recursion, but
sure.
And then boss for the 2s, we've got Phoenix and Cerberus. So Cerberus is amazing in this deck, and so is Phoenix. There's nothing more to be said.
It's good utility cards.
Yeah, because I don't play Twin in my main, so this is very handy if I need to get rid of problem cards.
Yeah.
So,
of which there are plenty in the game at the
yes,
moment, yeah.
lots of floodgates. Lots and lots of floodgates I hate. So then for freeze, we only play 3, funny enough. So we play the Unicorn,
Yep.
Sorceress, and Trishbania.
Yep.
So again, same thing with Phoenix. We don't main Twin, so we play this.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I hardly ever use this if I'm going first, but if I do, I can most of the time get 2 negates on field.
Yeah.
Which is more than enough. So there's that, and then for the last 4 link monsters, put 3. So we play Star User, Overload, and my OTK card, the Bay of the deck.
Good old Borosword, eh?
Yeah. And
it's the reason it's so pricey, man. This card just a win button.
This card is too expensive. And then this, well, it might as well play it whilst it's still not banned or at 1.
I think it's only going to go to 1.
Yeah, personally.
But it's good, man. It just turbos through decks. Like it makes a lot of decks that otherwise wouldn't really have a purpose go a little bit further.
Yeah,
it's quite a cool card in that sense.
So, and yeah, that's basically for the links. And then we've got 3 XYZ monsters.
Yep.
So we've got number 90 Galaxy Eyes Phantom Lords.
Okay, what does that do?
So basically, it requires only 2 level weights, and we don't use the the first effect or the second effect. We only use the Monster Negate one.
Right.
So it's basically just a Monster Negate on field. So we just like having it.
Oh, okay. So that was one of those negates you were talking about just now, right?
So we have all of it. Funny enough, all of our negates are XYZ monsters, and then we play 1 Fellground Knight.
In Ghost.
In the Ghost, yes. So we use this against, funny enough, is Trickstar, which I know most in the meta now isn't really there.
Yeah.
But we use this and we go, if they go like effect of Licorice, target Candini, we'll go effect of this, target this. It's unaffected now, so it won't return basically.
Ah, right. Okay, cool.
And then the big boy himself. The big meta cards.
Yeah.
The 45 beat stick negate, number 22.
It's a pretty dumb card, actually,
Yes.
like, when you think about it.
Especially in this deck, like, most of the time, which sounds strange, is if I don't have enough for game, which hardly ever happens, and I have 2 level weights on field, I will just go into this and then pass.
Yep.
So this is our main one. This is how we get out of Falco as well, if someone's playing Waking the Dragon.
Yeah. So just beat over it.
Yeah, basically.
Fair enough.
So that's it for the extra deck. And then for sides, we have got, for monsters, we play 1 free-to-play mode.
Thank God they're getting this thing reprinted.
Oh, thank God. This card is mainly only used for 1 deck and or 2 decks, depending.
Crusadia Guard Dragon. It's a
Crusadia
problem.
Guard Dragon or Thunder Dragon Dangers.
Yeah.
Or Danger Thunder Dragon. Yeah.
Anything that sets up a crazy board,
Basically.
to be fair.
And then for last, because we don't main them, Free Ash.
Yep.
Self-explanatory.
Yeah, sometimes you got to be able to just stop your opponent playing.
So my most side card is my only spells, and that's Twin.
Yeah.
This, about 90% of the time, will be going into my deck.
Yeah.
Because I find that I can't get through back row, and it's just problematic. Basically.
I think it's one of them cards that's become like a staple for side decks, really.
Yeah, it's the point of now where most people, because of the time rulings, will now play this or even play MST because they don't want to play Cosmic Psycho.
Yeah, that's true.
And this is just dumb in this deck.
Well, yeah, you get discard, don't you?
And
So,
I get plus.
whoopsie daisy, get to play out to your back row and whatever effect goes off. Yeah.
So then for traps, we play 3 Red Reboot.
Yep.
Because we don't like Altergeist.
No. Thank God they're not having the best format at the moment, are they?
God.
But to be fair, if they come up, you've got to be prepared for them.
Yeah,
and this is
basically.
how you do it.
Yeah. And or Sandman Great.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
only started this in once against Sandman Great. And
Raw can tear a whole board apart. though,
yeah.
like-
And it did win me the game, but game 3 I basically opened 2 of these and I bricked. I was like, oh. So then last we got 2 evenly, and then I'm playing it instead of the 3rd evenly. We're playing Danger Zone.
Okay, so 2 evenly is one thing, but let's forget that for a second. Danger Zone. I don't even know what this does.
So Danger Zone is basically Sylvan Charity,
Right.
but in trap form. So
Okay.
it's draw 3 cards, discard 2 cards, and 1 must be a danger card.
For fuck's sake.
And
Okay.
then if I have no danger cards in my hand, I shuffle my entire hand into deck.
Okay.
So if I know I'm going to be made to go first, I'll put this in.
Yeah.
Because there was an old, really dumb combo back in Gumbler format that included this and Gumbler.
Oh, of course, because you're going to get, yeah.
Yes. So most of the time we use this for destruction, mainly 2 pops. So we'll keep like a Bigfoot and a Graph in hand.
Yeah.
So then we'll go activate this, draw 3 cards, ditch a Bigfoot and a Graph,
Yeah.
and then we get 2 pops.
Okay.
So that's the main reason for it. And if not, it's to keep bodies on 4.
Yeah.
So like that's why we play 3 Jubicaba and 3 Jackalope.
Sweet.
So yeah, and that's basically it.
And that's it. Cool. Well, thank you very much for taking the time to go through the deck with me. Much appreciated. Anyone that you would like to shout out before we go?
Jamie Pig 00.
Jamie the Pig?
Yeah.
Jimmy the Kid? He has about a dozen different names that we give him, and none of them are his correct one. Cool. Anyone else, or are you done?
No, that's about it, really.
Cool. Well, before I go, I'd like to give a big shout out to Mark at Manascrew, giving me plenty of space to record these videos. Thank you very much. This wouldn't be possible without being able to record them here. Big shout out to me, because I put in loads of fucking effort. So please go check me out on all my other shit. I also have an Instagram, which is RufioYT as well. Much appreciated, guys. Thank you for watching the video. Please don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. I'm afraid that's all we have time for in this video. If by chance you haven't had enough of listening to me waffle at you through a video about a children's card game, you can follow me on Facebook and Twitter. The links are on the screen, or if you're feeling really lazy, you can click the links in the description. While you're at it, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future content too. It'll make me smile, I promise. And who can ask for more than that? Thanks for watching, see you in the next one.